I'm playing the role of Helen. I'm from the UK originally, just moved over to Australia about 3 months ago. She's a really interesting character, very complex, really great role for an actor. There's a lot in there, kind of quite a lot, really good journey. Without giving too much away, so you have the story, basically my character Helen is having a nice romantic dinner with her husband Danny, and when they're interrupted by Helen's brother Liam, who comes in covered in blood. There's obviously that initial shock, and then the whole play is really kind of unravelling what's happened and also exploring the relationships between them all, the different tensions that go on there.
I really have to look into all parts of me, even the parts that I probably wouldn't like to admit exist, and really explore them and own them, and that makes it quite challenging, and it's probably going to leave me quite vulnerable and exposed, but I don't think that you could play Liam and do it any other way.
She was like an angel sent from God. I used to think that God has sent me one of his angels for a sister.
For me, the play's big on family. It's massive on family and how vulnerable you are to them. In particular to my sister Helen, who is everything to me and who I really spent a lot of my energy trying to make sure that I know that she loves me. And her husband as well, Danny.
He faces some very, very serious, very strong moral dilemmas where his conscience is between doing what he feels is the right thing and also what is best for his family. And with his wife comes his wife's brother, who he has been trying desperately to connect with and to make welcome in his life, despite the troubles that Liam has had.
Liam's going to be fine. We'll make sure he is.
I beg of you, Monsieur Eagle Star.
The green one. I'll call the police, eh?
I'm looking forward to audiences coming away with so many different types of questions, like what would you do? You know, is this possible? Is this real? All these sort of questions and more. Like I want audiences to tell me when they come out of the play what they thought, what they felt.
But I reckon there's strong themes with regards to family ties, and it kind of raises a question about how far do you go to protect your family? What do you do for your family? What do you do for the people that you love? Which I think is a really interesting question. So it raises a lot of those kind of moral questions, which I'm sure is going to be really interesting for the audience, make them kind of question themselves. I think people are probably going to think what they would do in those situations as well.
I think this play's really, really important because Australian society at the moment seems to be a very strong, dominant sense of dread, sense of fear of people who are just different from us.